Hey there, Rappies. Rapper9198 here, and welcome to another edition of Ryan's Day Reading. Today I'll be reading Chapter 3 of Imprints, The Evidence Our Lives Leave Behind, titled Colorful Language. Yeah, so I know and then again, recap from the previous chapter, they were talking about how adventure is everywhere. That's the name of the chapter. And that adventure is not just in like major things, like, like trips out of the country or, things like that, but also just in the little things like going for a bike ride or going for a car ride or just going on a walk with your dogs. Like, there's adventure in all that. And so now we're going to read Chapter 3, Colorful Language. And then, again, another quote to start the chapter off from Marcus Aurelius. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And again, I'm sorry, I'm a terrible pronouncer, okay? I'm sorry for mispronouncing so much. I don't know why. I've never been a big reader. So forgive me if I mispronounce something. I don't mean to, and I can't get clarification on that really. But anyway, here we go. Our words have remarkable power. We can use them to create or destroy, build up or tear down, heal or hurt. Our lives slowly become identified by the words we use and the way we use them. And others see us as the things we create with our tongues. When we speak joy, people see us as joy-filled. When we voice love, people see us as loving. And when we use words filled with kindness, patience, caring, and grace, the rooms we walk into are changed. Attitudes shift, negativity subsides, and a peace that wasn't present before creeps into our conversations and relationships. But when we frequently choose angry words, we are known as angry people. When we speak with hate, others see us as hateful. And when our conversations give life to contempt, breathe out negativity, and inflict pain, we bring that same concept, negativity, and pain into the lives of all we encounter. Unfortunately, we often underestimate the power we possess and fail to steward our words the way we should. Sometimes it helps to look at our impact on the world through a fresh lens. Children can be full of wisdom, often unknowingly. They just tell it like it is, when they have the freedom to do so. One of the young ones in our lives recently said, "We are like a box of crayons. The words we use color the world around us." Out of the mouths of babes often rise incredible life lessons. That is, if we take the time to listen and make an effort to understand. The words we use color the world around us. This concept of viewing words as colors caught our attention. What if instead of viewing them as a box of crayons, we thought of our words as a collection of paints, a palette of many colors, one for every emotion we possess and each action we take. So much planning and preparation go into having a baby. Sometimes surprises catch us off guard, but 9 months is usually enough time to get a few things in order. We purchase cribs and changing tables, rocking chairs stand at the ready. We pick out curtains to provide accent colors. And we adorn the walls with soft pinks, bright blues, beautiful greens, or warm yellows. We decorate bedrooms and playrooms with colors that reflect the joy the wee ones bring into our lives. That is, until they don't. Because parenting is hard. It's difficult to find joy in tantrums or sleepless nights. And for every step taken and successful bathroom excursion accomplished, there is a couch marked with ink or a pair of dress shoes filled with water. As children grow, sporting events, sleepovers, and birthday parties come in equal parts stress and fun. Teenagers test the waters like they did when they were 3, but with more confidence and less forethought. From the day they were born, children bring every possible emotion to the table: joy and pain, happiness and sadness, laughter and tears. And while we relish the highs of parenting, perhaps even more defining for our children is how we deal with the lows. A child's bedroom is meant to be a safe haven, somewhere he or she can retreat from the world, a place of rest. But it only takes a few words of anger and frustration to taint the sanctity of a child's room with rage and fear. If we think of our words as brush strokes or different colors, this is like stomping into a room of soft pinks or bright blues and splashing the walls with angry reds and dark grays. Just a few short anger-filled sentences can repaint every room in the house. Heated arguments and judgment cast upon others over the dinner table can make the dining room a place our children dread, walls covered in black. The living room can become a place our sons and daughters avoid because of dismissive comments, hateful rhetoric, and condescending statements. Countless scholars, theologians, and peacemakers have explored the power that rests in our words, and every religion agrees on their ability to create and destroy. Our words can be so hard to tame. Even if we never cross the line of abuse, we can still cause lasting damage. Though the tongue has no bones, it is strong enough to break hearts and scar souls. An angry father can easily treat his young children as less than. Soon, words of frustration and anger outweigh the times he tells them he loves them. And over time, the home becomes a place they don't want to be. A mother can reach her wit's end, yelling at her children when they don't listen, slamming doors in frustration, striking the counter while striking fear into their hearts, and the dinner table becomes a place to avoid as opposed to a place to gather. A fellow parent shared this about these moments. It took me years to recognize the pain I caused. Maybe it's better to say it took me years to come to terms with it. I always knew it was there, but was too much of a coward to admit it. When I was in my room, my kids always wanted to be somewhere else. Now I try to cover up all the pain with something different: joy, happiness, but it takes so much of that to overshadow the anxiety and fear. While our homes are the first place we should tend to our colors, our words have far-reaching implications. They affect every relationship we have, from workplaces to coffee shops and restaurants to houses of worship. Every building we set foot in and every person we meet is affected by the colors with which we choose to paint. Jesus had this to say to the Pharisees, a group of men who often used words and religion as weapons of fear and manipulation. Matthew 12:36-37. I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. The phrase empty word comes from the Greek rhema argos, which means careless or unprofitable words. Jesus is warning the Pharisees, all who are present, and readers for centuries to come, that our words have consequences, particularly careless words that bring no good into the world. But he doesn't stop there. Jesus drives the point home as he says, by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. To be condemned is to be held captive, imprisoned. To be acquitted is to be set free. Our tongues have the power to bind us or set us free. And those who receive our words experience the same captivity or freedom. We can see the evidence of this on the faces and in the hearts of those closest to us. Are we holding them captive with anger, fear, and pain? Or are we setting them free with love, joy, grace, and mercy? What if we all chose to approach life like it was a massive book filled with tens of thousands of pages, each day a canvas with black lines delineating the events that unfold, all the things we can't foresee, the situations we can't control? And what if we lived with the understanding that our words and actions determine the colors that fill in the empty spaces of each canvas? Yep. And then again, there was that strong quote here. Our tongues have the power to bind us or set us free, and those that receive our words experience the same captivity or freedom. Our canvases are sometimes filled with bright blues and greens, oranges and yellows, colors made with soft and steady strokes, patient and deliberate, seeking to bring beauty to the world around us. These are the days when we take time to listen to those around us, seeking to understand what they are saying, rather than simply waiting to respond with what we think they should do, think, feel, or believe. These are the days when the people we work with know they can trust our intentions, and our friends know we have their backs. These are the days when our children know how much we love them and are encouraged to think for themselves. And these are the days when our wives know we would do anything for them and that nothing will ever change that. But then there are the days when our canvases are filled with angry reds, varying shades of gray, and strokes of black. Haphazard blotches of these dark colors accentuate the hard parts of the day, and jagged lines shatter the possibility for anything beautiful to be painted. These are the days when we listen to respond, when we glean just enough information to solidify an argument or perspective that we are more than ready to shove down someone's throat. These are the days when the darkness inside us rises to the surface. These are the days when the people we work with wonder if they can trust us, and our friends look for somewhere else to be. These are the days when our children avoid us, and our wives are given reason to question our motives. Everyone has these types of days, the good and the bad. But most days are a combination of the two. Happy, joyful, sincere, loving, grace-filled, and forgiving colors mixed with angry, bitter, selfish, entitled, cruel, and arrogant ones. We're human, which means we're flawed and we're going to screw up, but it also means we have a choice. The outcome of every day's canvas is determined by the colors and brushstrokes of the words we choose, and our paintings often influence the canvases of others. When we use dark colors, choosing hate or fear, others are more inclined to do the same. When we use bright colors, speaking words of strength and love, we give others reasons and motivation to fill their world with colors of joy. Every day we bring beauty or pain into the lives of our children, partners, friends, neighbors, employees, and coworkers. The words we use color the world around us. Choose your colors wisely. Alrighty, and that's chapter 3. Again, another good, powerful message there. Be careful, be careful of the words you choose, and it's highly encouraged to use words and colors of joy, happiness, excitement. Use it for a positive purpose. Yep, so thank you, Rappies, very much. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned next time for chapter 4, Heaven or Hell. All right. I know, this is another good book. I highly recommend this one too. All right, thank you, Rappies, again very much. Love you to death. God bless, and until next time, I'll see you later.